All right, let's dive into this.
Yeah.
Cutting out negativity.
Sounds like a plan.
You've given us some excerpts from Cut Out Negativity.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're going for like a full-on positivity makeover.
Absolutely.
We're talking about really getting down to what makes you feel down.
Yeah.
The people you surround yourself with.
Right.
Even things like using affirmations. This should be interesting.
It is. It is. And you know what's interesting is how the book starts out.
Oh.
It defines like what being positive actually means.
Okay, so it's not just like slapping on a happy face and pretending everything's okay.
No, not at all. It's not about ignoring the problems.
But what is it about them?
It's about really looking for the best in every situation.
Okay.
And genuinely expecting good things to happen.
So it's about shifting our perspective.
It really is. It's about cultivating a mindset that focuses on solutions and opportunities, even when things get tough.
Even when things get tough. Well, how do we do that when life throws us? Like serious curveballs.
Yeah.
I mean, the book talks about the impact of loss.
Right.
Fear. Failures.
Yeah.
Even touches on permanent disability and depression.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we stay positive when dealing with that kind of stuff?
Well, that's where the book gets really insightful.
Okay.
It provides specific techniques for managing negative thoughts, especially when it comes to things like depression.
Like what?
For example, they suggest a journaling exercise.
Okay.
Where you actually identify and challenge your negative thought patterns.
So it's like actively working to reframe those thoughts, not letting them control us.
Exactly.
Got it.
And it goes even deeper than that. It explores not just like what brings you down, but who brings you down.
Oh, right. The energy vampires.
It's exactly.
We all know a few of those.
Oh, yeah. It's like a lineup of usual suspects, the impossible to please, the fake friends, the bullies.
Oh, I know a few of those. But wait, the book doesn't just tell us to avoid those people, right?
Right.
It talks about building a positive fortress.
It does. It does.
What is that?
It's about building up your inner resilience so you're less affected by outside negativity.
So less affected by the energy vampires.
Exactly.
Okay.
And a big part of that is taking care of yourself.
Okay, so eating healthy, exercising, we've heard that before.
Yes, but it goes beyond that.
Really?
It's about nurturing your soul.
Nurturing your soul.
Yeah, things like meditation,
Okay.
forgiveness,
Okay.
accepting our imperfections.
And accepting our imperfections.
All the things we tend to like neglect in our busy lives.
Right. So taking care of ourselves inside and out, that's the foundation of our positive fortress.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, got it. What else?
And once you have that foundation, you can start to like build up the walls.
Okay.
That's where cultivating a winning mindset comes in.
Hold on. Winning mindset. We hear that phrase all the time. What does that even mean, like practically?
Yeah. The book actually breaks it down really well.
Okay, good.
So a winning mindset, it involves cultivating self-belief,
Okay.
planning strategically, really understanding your strengths and weaknesses.
Being self-aware.
Exactly, being self-aware. And most importantly, facing challenges head on.
So it's not just about positive thinking. It's about actually taking action.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what about when those actions don't work out?
Yeah.
How do we stay positive when we hit setbacks?
Well, that's where the book's emphasis on like seeing failure as an opportunity for growth comes in.
Okay.
Like it tells a story about an entrepreneur who like faced tons of rejections
Oh, wow.
before finally finding success.
Okay.
And the takeaway is people with a winning mindset, they don't let setbacks define them.
So they view it as a learning experience.
Exactly.
Okay. But what about those negative feelings that come up when we do face those setbacks? Does the book address that?
It does.
Like, what do we do with all that?
It highlights a technique called emotional labeling. You basically just name the emotion you're feeling
Oh, okay.
without judgment. So you can detach from the intensity of it and gain a little perspective.
Okay, so acknowledge those feelings, but don't let them consume us.
Exactly.
Got it. It sounds like building this positive fortress. This is quite a process.
It is.
It takes work.
And it's more than just like individual effort.
Oh,
The book really stresses having a strong support network.
having people in your corner.
Exactly. And it offers some pretty unconventional advice on that front.
Oh, really? I'm intrigued. Like,
It encourages you to like look beyond your usual circles
okay.
to find support. Sometimes the most unexpected people can offer incredible support.
So it's not just about like leaning on family and friends.
Right.
But also about finding new connections.
Exactly, exactly. People who resonate with your values
Okay.
and your goals.
Got it. So we've got like taking care of ourselves, the winning mindset, and a solid support system. What else does this book have in store for us?
Well, this is where things get really interesting. It dives into the power of the present moment.
Okay.
And using affirmations to like shift your mindset. Remember, we're going for a full-on mental makeover here.
Okay, I'm ready for it. Bring on the mental makeover.
Yeah.
But let's start with this here and now thing. How does the book, like, how does it define that?
Well, it's about being fully immersed in the current moment.
Okay.
Engaging all your senses, you know? It's about breaking free from the past.
The past regrets.
Yeah, and the anxieties about the future.
Sounds freeing.
Yeah.
Like, how do we actually do that?
Well, it suggests a technique called sensory awareness.
Okay.
Where you deliberately focus on each of your 5 senses one by one.
Ooh, that's interesting.
You know, like, what do you hear right now? What do you feel? What do you taste? It helps you anchor yourself in the present moment.
Quiet that mental chatter.
Exactly.
That's a good tip. I'm going to try that. What about affirmations, though? How do those fit in?
Well, the book suggests combining this present moment awareness with positive affirmations.
Okay.
Like using them as anchors to keep your mind focused on the good. It emphasizes repetition, you know.
So it's not just wishful thinking.
Yeah, no.
It's about like rewiring our brains.
Exactly. Consistently feeding your subconscious with positive messages.
Does it give us like specific affirmations to use?
Absolutely. It provides a whole list.
Okay.
Tailored to different areas of life.
Okay.
From self-confidence to relationships to career.
Okay.
And you can create your own based on what you need.
So you can personalize it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This is starting to sound like a recipe for success.
It is.
But seasoned with a whole lot of optimism.
It is. And what's fascinating is the book goes beyond just like listing the benefits of positivity. It connects the dots between our thoughts, our well-being, and our overall success.
So our thoughts can really influence our reality.
It argues that, yes, our thoughts are incredibly powerful.
So if we choose positive thoughts,
we can shape our reality.
That's powerful.
It is.
But how does that work?
Well, it delves into the science of it.
Okay.
Explaining how our thoughts influence our emotions, which then drive our actions.
Okay.
It also gives real-life examples of people who have used positive thinking to achieve amazing things.
Okay.
Like overcoming serious illnesses, building successful businesses.
So it's not just about like feeling good, it's about creating a ripple effect.
Exactly, yeah. A ripple effect of positivity that extends outward into your life and the lives of those around you.
Okay.
And it provides like a very specific list of benefits that come with this positive mindset.
Okay, like what are we talking about here?
Well, it says you'll experience more harmonious relationships because you're focused on the good in others.
Makes sense.
You'll become a better problem solver.
Okay.
Because you're able to maintain a broader perspective.
Okay.
And approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset.
So it's not just about feeling good, it's about like being more effective in all areas of life.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, what else? What else is on this list?
It also leads to improved health and reduced stress.
Okay, because we're worrying less.
Right. And you've developed better coping mechanisms. Your resilience will skyrocket.
Meaning?
You bounce back from adversity more easily. And drumroll, please. You'll experience a happier and more successful life overall.
Because our outlook shapes our reality.
The book emphasizes that, yes.
Wow, that's quite a list. I mean, if that doesn't motivate someone to embrace positivity, I don't know what will. It's almost like the book is saying, hey, here's the roadmap to a happier, healthier, more fulfilling life.
That's a great way to put it. It is a roadmap.
It is a roadmap, yeah. And it's not just about personal gain either, right?
Right.
It's about like the ripple effect. If more people adopted this mindset, wouldn't the world be a more harmonious, joyful place?
Absolutely. And it all starts with each of us.
With each of us making that choice to cultivate positivity?
Exactly.
But where do we begin? I mean, this all sounds amazing, but also kind of overwhelming.
You're right, it can feel overwhelming. That's why the book emphasizes taking small, consistent steps.
So it's not about like achieving perfect positivity overnight.
No!
It's about building habits that support our well-being over time.
Exactly, and that's where those daily rituals we talked about come in. Okay, so we've talked about taking care of ourselves, cultivating a winning mindset, building a strong support system.
Right, those are like the foundational pieces of the positive fortress.
Now let's dig into some of those exercises and techniques
yes.
that the book offers for building those inner qualities you mentioned.
Like the self-awareness,
yes,
self-compassion, forgiveness. Those are big ones. But I'm curious how the book, makes them like practical.
It does.
Actionable.
Well, for self-awareness, it emphasizes a technique called mindful observation.
Mindful observation.
And it's not about judging your thoughts or feelings, but simply noticing them.
Just noticing.
As they arise. The book gives this great analogy.
Right.
Imagine your thoughts are like cars.
Cars.
Driving by on a busy street, you don't have to get in every car and go for a ride.
That's a good analogy.
You can simply observe them.
So create some distance.
Exactly, yeah.
Observe without getting swept away.
And as you practice this, you start to recognize patterns in your thinking. And that's where the real power of self-awareness comes in. You start to see which thoughts are helpful.
And which ones are not.
Exactly, and which ones are holding you back.
Once you see them, you can start to shift them.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's self-awareness.
Yeah.
What about self-compassion? How do we cultivate that?
Well, one of the key exercises is called self-compassion break.
Self-compassion break.
Yeah, it basically involves bringing to mind a situation that's causing you stress or self-criticism.
Right.
And then intentionally offering yourself words of kindness and understanding.
So like how you would talk to a friend.
Exactly, like you would to a good friend.
Yeah.
The book even gives you specific phrases to use.
Like what?
Like, this is a difficult moment. Or may I be kind to myself?
I think we are way harder on ourselves than we would ever be on a friend.
We are, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this helps counteract that.
Yeah.
It fosters a more supportive inner dialogue.
Which builds resilience.
Exactly.
Okay. What about forgiveness, though?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
It is. It's a complex topic.
Yeah. How does the book approach that?
Well, it emphasizes that forgiveness is a gift.
A gift.
That you give yourself.
Not the other person.
Not the person who wronged you. It's about releasing that burden.
Of anger.
Yeah, the anger.
Resentment.
Resentment, so you can move forward.
Okay, but doesn't forgiving someone mean like letting them off the hook?
That's a common misconception. The book actually addresses that directly.
Okay, good.
It says forgiveness does not mean condoning. Or excusing the behavior.
Gotcha.
It's about choosing to let go.
Of the pain.
The pain.
The anger.
Yeah, the anger that's weighing you down.
Okay.
One of the most powerful techniques is a letter writing exercise.
A letter?
You write a letter to the person who hurt you.
Okay.
Expressing your feelings and choosing to forgive them.
Do you send the letter?
You don't even have to send it.
Oh, okay.
Just the act of writing it.
Can be helpful.
Can be incredibly cathartic.
Okay, so that's forgiveness. We've looked at specific exercises for these, like inner qualities.
Right.
What else is in this positive fortress blueprint?
Well, the book talks about how creating a supportive external environment.
Oh, right, our surroundings.
Yeah, is just as important as the inner work.
They work together.
They do.
Okay. Any interesting tips?
It has some interesting tips for creating a physical space. That nurtures positivity.
So, like, beyond just decluttering?
Yeah, it goes beyond that.
What does it say?
It suggests incorporating elements that engage all your senses.
Like what?
Like playing uplifting music. Using aromatherapy diffusers.
I like that.
Surrounding yourself with plants. Displaying artwork.
Creating a sensory experience.
Exactly, that supports your well-being.
Does it say anything about our digital spaces?
That's a great question.
Like social media?
Yes. It dedicates an entire chapter to managing your digital consumption.
Really? A whole chapter?
Yeah.
Okay.
It encourages you to be mindful of the content you're consuming.
You count your following.
Exactly.
Does it say anything about unfollowing people?
It does. It even suggests a social media detox. Oh, wow. A detox.
Yeah.
So like a break.
A break from those platforms.
To
reset, reevaluate your relationship with technology.
Because we get so caught up in it.
We do.
Yeah.
Without realizing the impact it has on us.
Okay, so we talked about like the physical space.
Right.
Digital space. What about like our social circles?
Yeah. The people we surround ourselves with.
The people we surround ourselves with.
The book is very clear.
Okay.
The company we keep.
Yeah.
Profoundly influences our mindset.
It does.
It encourages surrounding yourself with people who lift you up.
Positive people.
Who support your dreams and who challenge you to grow.
Challenge you in a good way.
In a good way, exactly.
Yeah.
It suggests Like being intentional about who you spend your time with.
Okay.
And how you spend that time.
So like being selective about those interactions.
Exactly.
Choosing like activities.
Yeah.
Conversations that are uplifting.
Uplifting, yeah.
Not draining.
It even provides a list of questions
Okay.
to ask yourself about your relationships.
Like what?
Well, it asks, are these relationships truly serving me?
Right, because sometimes we stay in relationships.
Out of habit.
Yeah.
Obligation.
Even if they're not good for us.
Exactly.
So we talked about creating a supportive physical environment.
Yeah.
Digital environment.
Great.
Positive social connections. Doing the inner work. What else does this book offer?
This is where it gets even more interesting. It dives into the concept of the power of now.
The power of now.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah. It emphasizes the importance of mindfulness, being fully present.
Okay, but how do we do that? It's so hard.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Yeah.
Especially when our minds are racing.
Yes.
With worries about the future.
Or regrets about the past.
Exactly.
Does the book, give us tools?
It does.
It introduces a technique called mindful breathing.
Mindful breathing.
Yeah, it sounds simple.
Okay.
But it's incredibly effective.
What is it?
You just focus on your breath.
Okay.
As it enters and leaves your body.
Okay.
The book even provides a guided meditation script.
Oh, cool.
To help you practice.
I've heard of that, but I've never actually tried it.
You should. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing can calm your mind.
Okay.
Reduce stress.
Yeah.
Bring you back to the present moment.
So make mindfulness a habit.
Exactly.
A way of life.
Not just something you do every now and then.
Okay.
It suggests incorporating this into your routine.
Okay, so throughout the day.
Throughout the day.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And it's interesting.
Right.
The book connects this practice of mindfulness to gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah. It argues that when we're fully present, we're more likely to notice and appreciate the good things.
The little thing.
Even the little things, exactly.
I like that. Did it talk about gratitude journals?
It does, yeah.
Because we've heard about those before.
It's a very effective practice. You just take a few minutes each day.
Yeah.
Write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for.
Any tips for making that more effective?
Yeah, it suggests being specific.
Specific.
So instead of just saying, I'm grateful for my family, you might say, I'm grateful for my mom's infectious laugh.
Okay.
And my dad's unwavering support.
Really savor the moment.
Appreciate the details.
Okay.
And what's fascinating?
Right.
It connects this practice of gratitude to affirmations.
Oh, affirmations. We talked about those earlier.
Yeah.
So how do those fit in?
Well, it says affirmations are most effective when combined with a sense of gratitude.
So not just repeating them mindlessly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Try focusing on the feeling.
The feeling of gratitude.
Of gratitude, as you say it.
Infuse them with real emotion.
Exactly. And it gives examples.
Oh, like what?
Of affirmations that are infused with gratitude. So instead of just saying, I am confident, you could say, I am grateful for my confidence and my ability to achieve my goals.
Okay, yeah.
It adds a whole other layer.
Of a gratitude sandwich.
Exactly.
That sounds like we've covered a lot here.
Yeah.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
Gratitude. Affirmations.
Right.
Creating a supportive environment. This positive fortress blueprint seems pretty comprehensive.
It is. It covers all the bases.
It does. But does it tell us how to handle the tough stuff, like the challenges?
It does, yeah. It talks about equipping yourself.
Okay.
With the right tools.
Tools for what?
For navigating the inevitable challenges.
Oh, right.
That life throws your way.
Okay, yeah.
And one of the key tools is the ability to reframe negative thoughts.
Reframing, right. We touched on that earlier.
Yeah. It gives you a step-by-step process for challenging those negative thoughts.
Okay.
And replacing them with more positive.
Positive and empowering.
Empowering ones, exactly.
Okay.
It even has a worksheet
you
can use to practice.
Having a structure
can
be so helpful.
It can. And what's interesting? It connects this ability to reframe thoughts to self-care.
Self-care, we talk about that a lot.
Yeah, but how does it relate?
Yeah, how does it relate to reframing thoughts?
It argues that when we're taking care of ourselves, physically, emotionally, mentally, we're more resilient and better equipped to handle challenges.
Makes sense. It's like, putting on your own oxygen mask.
Exactly, yeah.
Before assisting others on a plane.
It's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Prioritize your well-being.
So you can show up for yourself.
Yes.
And for others.
And it provides like this comprehensive list of self-care practices.
Okay, like what's on the list?
Getting enough sleep.
Okay.
Eating nutritious foods.
Right.
Engaging in hobbies. Spending time in nature.
Nurturing ourselves.
Exactly. Body, mind, and spirit.
Okay.
And you know what's really interesting?
What?
It connects this holistic approach to finding your purpose.
Purpose. That's a big one.
It is.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Live a purposeful life.
Right.
But what does it actually mean?
Well, it argues that when we live in alignment with our purpose, our actions feel more meaningful, fulfilling.
Okay.
And that naturally leads to greater happiness and satisfaction.
Does it have, like, any exercises?
It does. It provides a whole series of exercises designed to help you uncover your unique purpose.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a roadmap, not just for building a positive fortress, but also for, like, charting a course for a more fulfilling life.
It is.
And you know what's interesting? It connects this idea of purpose to acceptance.
Acceptance. That's a hard one.
It is.
Especially when things are tough.
It is, but true positivity. It's not about denying or avoiding those difficult emotions. It's about acknowledging what is.
Without judgment.
Without judgment.
Okay.
Without resistance.
Embracing the full experience.
Exactly. Both the light and the shadow.
Okay.
And it gives techniques for cultivating acceptance.
Okay. Like what?
Like practicing mindfulness.
Okay.
Challenging negative thoughts. And focusing on what you can control.
Surrendering to the present moment.
Exactly.
Trusting that everything is unfolding.
It is.
As it should.
As it should. And you know what's interesting?
Nice.
It connects this to courage.
Courage.
Yeah.
We need that.
We do. Especially when facing difficult situations.
Yeah. Or pursuing our dreams.
Exactly. Yeah. So, true positivity requires courage.
The book argues that, yes, the courage to be vulnerable, the courage to speak our truth.
The courage to, like, step outside our comfort zone. Exactly. And it even provides, like, inspiring stories.
Oh, I like stories.
Of people who have overcome incredible obstacles. By tapping into their inner courage.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah.
That we're capable of amazing things.
We are.
When we dare to believe.
And, you know, what's interesting?
Yeah.
It connects this idea of courage to connection.
Connection. We keep coming back to that.
We do, yeah.
But is this like a deeper level?
It is. It explores the idea that true positivity comes from. A sense of connection to something larger than ourselves. Like whether it's nature, spirituality, a sense of shared humanity.
Feeling like we belong.
Exactly, like you're part of something bigger.
Does it give us ways to, like, cultivate that?
It does.
That feeling.
It suggests spending time in nature. Practicing gratitude. Engaging in acts of service.
Expanding our compassion.
Exactly.
To include, like, everyone.
Yeah, all beings.
Okay, I like that. And, you know, this all makes sense. It's all connected.
It is. It is. And what's interesting is that the book connects this sense of connection to creativity.
Oh, creativity. That's something we as adults...
We neglect. Yeah.
How does it fit in?
Well, it says that when we engage in creative activities, whether it's writing, painting, dancing, playing music, we tap into a source of joy and inspiration. It's like opening a window to our inner child. And allowing ourselves to express
ourselves
freely
and
authentically, yeah.
That sounds so liberating.
It is.
Yeah.
And the book actually provides
does it?
A whole chapter of creative exercises. Encouraging you to experiment. Explore different forms of self-expression.
So find what brings us joy.
Exactly.
Ignites those passions.
This book is so much more
than just about positivity.
Than just a guide to positivity, yeah.
It's a guide to, like, a more fulfilling life.
It is.
It really is.
And you know what's interesting?
Oh, what?
It doesn't offer a one-size-fits-all approach.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because what works for one person...
Does not work for another.
Might not work for another.
So it encourages you to experiment.
With
different techniques. Practices. Find what resonates.
Find what works for you.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
And create your own.
Your own personalized positivity toolkit.
Positivity toolkit, exactly. And it has a journaling prompt. To help you reflect. On your experience. Track your progress.
Become the architect of your own well-being.
Exactly.
I like that. So it is a journey.
It is.
Not a destination.
It's an ongoing process.
Okay.
Of learning and growth.
Okay, so we're not going to achieve perfect positivity overnight.
It's about being patient with yourself, celebrating your progress, and keeping coming back to these practices that nourish you.
Okay, so nourish your mind.
Yeah, mind, body.
Body and spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're not alone.
You're not alone.
We have resources.
There are resources.
Like this book.
Like this book, exactly.
To help us along the way.
Support you.
So, as we keep building our positive fortress.
Yes. Remember, its strength lies not just in the bricks and mortar.
Right. Not just the external stuff.
It's in the foundation.
Okay.
That you're building.
Of self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Self-compassion.
Self-compassion.
Courage.
Courage, yes. And the connections you forge.
Connections with others.
With others and with something larger.
Something bigger than ourselves.
Than yourself.
Nicely said. I think we've covered it.
I think we have. We've done this deep dive justice. Yeah, it really is the key. Self-compassion, like that thread that holds it all together. Right, through all those qualities.
Yeah.
Creates this like strong inner fabric.
And the book makes it very clear.
Okay.
It's not about self-pity.
Okay.
Or weakness.
Okay.
It's about treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend.
Right.
Who's going through something tough.
Yeah. So it's about like silencing.
Yeah.
That inner critic.
Exactly.
And replacing it with
a more supportive voice.
Yeah.
Encouraging voice.
An encouraging voice. Does the book have any tools for that?
It does.
For like cultivating self-compassion.
One technique is writing a letter to yourself.
A letter.
But from the perspective of a compassionate friend.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you're kind of stepping outside yourself.
Right.
And offering support.
From a more loving place.
From a more objective,
right,
loving perspective.
Yeah.
It can be powerful.
To see ourselves through someone else's eyes.
Through the eyes of someone who cares.
Someone who cares about us.
Yeah. And the book says, make this a regular practice.
So build up that self-compassion muscle.
Yeah. So it becomes your natural response.
Even when things are tough.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. And, it's interesting?
Right.
The book connects this.
Self-compassion.
Yeah, to service.
It does.
Service.
Like, right? It keeps coming up.
It's a recurring theme. I'm seeing how it all ties together.
It does. It really does. And the book says, when we shift our focus outward.
Okay.
And dedicate ourselves to serving others.
Yeah.
Or to making a positive impact.
Okay.
It can be really healing.
Okay.
Empowering.
Like we're tapping into something.
Yeah.
Bigger than ourselves.
A source of energy.
Yeah.
And purpose.
So find ways to serve that align with our passions.
Yeah, and our values.
So it could be like volunteering.
It could.
Donating. Helping a friend.
Even just offering a helping hand.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing.
Yeah.
We all have something to offer.
Right. Even small acts of kindness.
Exactly. They can make a difference.
Make a difference.
Okay.
And what's interesting
is the book connects service to gratitude.
Oh, gratitude, right. The gratitude journals.
Yeah.
How does it link those two?
Well, it suggests that when we focus on what we're grateful for, it opens our hearts.
Okay.
And expands our capacity for compassion.
Okay, so shifting our perspective.
From scarcity to abundance.
Okay, yeah. Seeing all the good.
Exactly, all the good that's already there.
So appreciate the gifts.
Yes.
Like our health, our loved ones, our home, nature.
Yeah.
I have a lot to be thankful for.
We do. And the book encourages us to make gratitude.
Yeah.
A daily practice.
Okay. So is it just journaling or?
It could be journaling.
Okay.
Meditation.
Okay.
Or just taking a few moments each day to reflect.
So cultivate that.
Yeah.
Gratitude. Attitude
of gratitude, exactly. And, it's fascinating.
What's fascinating?
It connects this practice of gratitude to mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah, another key element.
Of the positive fortress.
Absolutely. The book argues that mindfulness is essential.
Okay.
For cultivating gratitude.
Okay.
And for savoring the present moment.
Okay, so like paying attention to our thoughts and feelings.
Yes, without judgment.
Without judgment.
And just allowing ourselves to experience each moment as it unfolds.
So being present.
Yeah.
In our bodies.
Yeah.
In our surrounding.
Exactly.
Our interactions.
Exactly.
Okay, any tips for like how to actually do that?
The book offers like a few techniques.
Okay.
Mindful breathing.
Okay.
Mindful walking.
Okay.
Or just bringing awareness to everyday activities.
So slowing down.
Slowing down.
Paying attention.
Paying attention.
Appreciating each moment.
Exactly. And, the book doesn't just present these ideas in isolation.
Yeah.
It weaves them together, shows how they all connect.
That's what I love about this deep dive. It's like, we've been exploring this.
Yeah.
Multifaceted gem.
Yeah, it is.
Each facet is a different part of cultivating positivity.
And as we wrap this up, it's important to remember, cultivating positivity is not a destination.
Right. It's a journey.
It's a journey that's ongoing.
Okay.
There will be days when it feels easy.
Yeah.
And days when it takes effort.
So be patient.
Be patient with yourself.
Okay.
Celebrate your progress. And just keep coming back to these practices that nourish you.
Okay, so nourish your mind, body, and spirit.
Exactly.
And remember, we're not alone on this journey.
You're not alone.
We have resources like this book to help us.
Absolutely. And as you continue building your positive fortress, remember, its strength comes from not just the external stuff.
Right, the bricks and mortar.
It's about the foundation.
Right, the foundation we've been talking about.
Of self-awareness, self-compassion, courage.
And those connections we forge with others and with something bigger.
Beautifully said.
We did it.
We did this deep dive justice.
We covered a lot today.
A lot.
From identifying those negativity triggers to all those practices.
Yeah.
And perspectives.
Yeah.
On cultivating positivity. It's clear to me.
Yeah.
From the stuff you gave us.
Yeah.
That you're ready to make a shift.
Yeah.
A positive one.
A positive one, yeah. And that's inspiring.
It is.
Just remember, it's not about achieving some, perfect state of bliss.
Right.
It's about embracing the whole journey, the ups, the downs.
The good, the bad.
It's about those small choices
we
make every day that add up.
They shape our mindset.
Yeah.
Our reality.
Exactly.
As always, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What resonated?
Yeah, what are you going to try first? What's your first step in building your own positive fortress?
Share your takeaways on social media. We're always listening.